Yo guys, welcome back to part two of session
We
78.
lived.
That was a very long one. The Eastern Coven has been slain. Congratulations. As far as you guys know, there's one coven left. But yeah, so I'm not gonna bother recapping the entire battle. We were sitting through it for two sessions, but essentially, towards the end, as Laukai, the Bone Hag, Burgi, the Harvest Hag, and Amy, the Giant Hag, met their end, the cauldron went flying into the air. And unbeknownst to the group, as they watched the red funnel cloud pour into the cave where Hava was being protected by rock, the cloud and the entity that was the cloud, rather than possessing Hava due to the protective efforts of Rock seemed to be a suitable host for reasons, and he befell to the possession of an entity that had been trapped for who knows how long in the crystals, that had perhaps at one point been brilliant or cunning or devious or whatever, but in this instance and this time, mad, just driven mad, and proceeded to control Rock to attempt to just annihilate everyone around. Uh, as it started to turn grim, as the powers of this entity seemed to bolster Rock's already potent capabilities, those of you that were still standing witnessed the unreadable book, as Rock called it, spring to life, fluttering on its own, and seemingly interact in some way with Rock, where Rock, you saw the visage of Caden, your mentor and traveling buddy. Uh, reach out, grasp your coral symbol, and manage to break the hold that the red mist that used you as a vessel had. We pick up with Rock screaming in agony, then dropping to his knees, crying, clutching his book, his connection to someone he thought lost. Ragnar, you shake free as there is absolutely no concentration right now, and says, marching towards the turtle, steaming, actually, and Davis, steaming because of your weird interactions and side effects of the maze. There are a few of you that are down and bleeding.
Yeah, Marvin would rush over and cure wounds on Al, if you want to mark that off. Then I'll roll it in here, I guess.
Okay.
So you get 11 HP backs.
All right. Al, one level of exhaustion.
And he would, I mean, if we're just doing it freelancey, timey, whammies now, he would do the same for Karos.
Okay, so I'll mark off two first level spell slots.
Yeah, and then I'll roll the heal for that as well.
All right.
You only get 6 HP.
I'm gonna shamble my way almost in like a trance. I don't even know that things have ended yet.
Okay.
Walk
This
through
is
this
not here.
apparition,
Yeah, you don't see the apparition. Got it.
and I'm gonna prepare uh
A fireball.
no. I was gonna prepare a touch protection from evil and good, but
Okay.
I'm not gonna go through with it completely.
Uh-huh.
I am
Just mentally
my
thinking about it.
hands my
Mhm.
hand starts to glow. The glow comes out from my eyes, and almost like a deer stuck in headlights, with my hand out, I just fall onto my face.
Oh, poor boy.
I like it. Sheer exhaustion. um,
Do
the
a
yeah,
perception as I wake up.
absolutely, if you wish. At
Yeah,
disadvantage because you are
double
groggy.
exhausted, I think.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I'm gonna go ahead and mark off the horses now because we don't need to have
Yeah.
muster. Uh, as you kind of come to, nice roll. You just see Sej just kind of plop next to Rock. Rock is just clutching his tome that you've seen on his person, weeping, just broken essentially from what you can gather. Uh, at this point, Rock, as you're clutching your book, it starts to like push, pull, and break free. And from the distance, you hear
Is it the
as you all look up and the cauldron
cauldron?
comes spiraling down.
Ah, shit.
And all of you see the book just kind of flutter up, and only you actually. You know what? I'm gonna let it. An entity kind of up, and they clap their hands as the cauldron is coming over, and the shockwave ripples out, and the cauldron shatters into hundreds of pieces, and harmlessly metal shrapnel starts to just plummet all around you. Some of it getting caught in the trees of the crystalline trees, some of it just impacting in the soft ethereal sands around you.
I missed what you said. Something about something coming and clapping, and then the cauldron explodes.
The apparition, all of you are able to see it come out of the book for the first time.
Oh, okay.
You're not able to really make out much because it's like up in the air. It's not facing y'all, but you just see it just
I will say
clap.
Davis actually doesn't. He was crawling back into the cave, so he misses
Okay.
it.
Okay. And then the book kind of comes fluttering back down, and then the apparition again. Just you see him look over at Rock, nod very, empathetically and sad for his friend, and says, "You'll learn," and then goes back into the book. All right, and then real quick, while you guys do that, I'm gonna walk Anita to the door. Like I said.
Sure, sure.
And I fly him up into the air.
And then I fly again.
Whee!
You can only do that like once per long rest, I think.
Once per rest, and then
Or you could spend a side
you
eye.
can spend a die,
That's
yeah,
right.
to do it. Most of the stuff that you can only do once, you can then burn a.
That's neat. I like
That
that.
was kind of the Tasha's thing, where it's like, well, we'll give you something that's a little stronger
Yeah.
that you can use once. Well, because like both of them are good. The push pull thing could be really useful, but it's not like an every combat type of thing. So I think they kind of wanted it to be like, well, if you can find a use for it,
Yeah, go
you can
for it.
get it back.
Yeah, I agree. I like the actual classes in Tasha's are garbagely good because they're stupid and strong, but like the general approach that they were taking with all the other stuff was pretty good.
Yeah.
I shouldn't say that not all of them are that great, but there are some really, 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 really good ones.
Yeah, there's some solid choices in there.
Like they made
And
sorcerers actually kind of good with the two because they gave them like innate spell lists, which is like the biggest fucking problem with
Don't
sorcerers.
get me started on sorcerers. I probably have like half of my Reddit karma is from posts complaining about sorcerers.
Yeah, because they're
in
not
this
good.
edition.
I mean, they weren't.
They're
They're just
That's
like
just it.
almost objectively worse than wizards, basically.
Yes, it's Wizards of the Coast when they made this edition is just like, let's take away all the advantages they had and give them to all the other casters that were prepared casters, but then give them nothing except for meta magic. But
Meta-magic.
because they get meta magic, we need to nerf
Yeah,
them.
yeah, exactly. We only gotta get like 10 spells total, and they're known spells. So. No, it's
Oh god.
like what is? I think it's
yeah.
what 15 at 20, like level 20.
15. Yep. Unless you're one of the
Yeah,
subclasses that
Clockwork
gives you
or
another one, you
Aberrant
get
Soul.
15. So less than 2 per spell level.
Right. And
And
but you
just
get one
copy
extra
lock
cantrip.
it, get all the spell points you want.
But you get one extra cantrip though.
That's true.
yet
Yeah, that
ever.
one extra.
Okay. Sorry, guys. Yeah, Anita has like an event over at her gym where they're doing like a spa date. There's a masseuse, so a person doing facials.
At this time, wow.
Yeah, it's like a girls' night. They're having like
Okay.
champagne and berries and stuff like that.
Wow.
There's like 6 or 7 of them. Yeah, having a nice time.
Cool.
I was just helping.
Why are we here?
Right.
Let's go.
Because it's only ladies.
Aw.
Because it's ladies' night.
Ain't
Yeah.
that
Hey,
piece
how
of-
dare you assume his gender?
It's true. He knows me though.
Ugh.
It's not an
You could
assumption
have
at this
changed.
point.
You could have changed.
Yeah. People have gone through more drastic changes. And when's the last time I saw you? 24 hours.
Yeah,
A little
2
bit more?
days. Like
Yeah.
not even.
Okay. Sorry about that, guys. So yeah, Davis, you're crawling into the cave.
Yeah, slinking. Even.
The only thing I would say real quick, Rock, as you kind of look up, some of the shrapnel, as it's falling, it's hitting your book, but the pieces as they hit the book are not damaging the book. They're just getting it like absorbed into the open pages. And we'll figure out what that means.
Adam,
Your book's a hag.
I'm gonna walk up to Rock and look at him and say, "Don't you ever do that to me again." And I walk off. But it's not, Rock. You realize it's not about the spell. It's something else.
Okay, this is very important for Adam. Am I fully aware of everything that happened?
Oh yeah, you were trapped. Like you were watching
Horrified.
behind the scenes. Yeah, you're just like, I can't stop myself. And you heard the voice calling you a vessel. You heard him saying, surprise, this is a great vessel, ooh, power, ooh, like, I'm sure you're gonna want to try to figure out what that means at some point.
So you were just playing a really cool VR video game. But that
Except
VR game
you were
was murder your friends.
Yes.
Okay. For now, I'm not responsive to anyone. I'm just sitting. I guess I'm not clutching the book because it flew away from me. But
Yeah, it's like fluttered back and just kind of landed in front of you. The pages are open, and you just see some of the pieces of shrapnel. Just that kind of, I say shrapnel. I don't know what a good word for it. It's harmless shrapnel.
It's like metal filings almost.
Yeah, like they land on the book, and instead of like gathering and that, they seem to be just being absorbed into the book.
It's
I
it's
just
gross
kinda-
glitter.
I kind of reach forward for the book, and my fingers are just lightly touching the edge of it.
Mhm.
And I'm just staring at the book, not responding to anyone.
Gotcha. Yeah, the book is dormant essentially from what there's no Caden right now. The book is the book.
Okay.
Right? Yeah, you guys are free to act. I will say the bodies of the hags, um, they're there. They don't, they're not twitching, they're not moving. Amy's head is just, I don't know what Dregnar did with it. I'm assuming he threw it at one point. But
Yeah, it's probably like somewhere over where Marb was or something like that. Just because I want to freak Marb out.
Yeah.
Spooky magic.
Gotcha.
Classic.
So yeah, so Amy's decapitated body, and then the two other sisters.
The harvest hag
slumped
is like
over.
unrecognizable because I just
Uh,
cheese grated the shit out of her.
Yeah, so I will say, like, those of you, because the harvest hag is close to you, you look over, and the harvest hag's body, what fabrics and clothing you have are still there, but her body is already going through like this rapid decomposition and like weird molds and fungi and just are already starting to like kind of erupt and sprout from the remnants of her.
I was gonna check on Hava, see how she's doing. Like, she awake?
Okay.
She conscious? She like, what's up?
Yeah, so as you kind of get in there, she's like she's conscious and she was trying to kind of stumble forward and she's like and she just can't speak. She doesn't
Okay.
have something. Like she's trying, you just see like
Yeah,
she
actually,
wants to talk, she just doesn't.
yeah. What's interesting is
Yeah,
since I am like fucked up really bad, and
you're
like she's
steaming.
yeah, I was gonna say she sees the steam now too. She's probably like, what the fuck? But I
Yeah.
will like give her, through very pained, like deliberate, just like we beat him. They're gone, all the hags, and we have Wiggs, but he's, I mean, he's alive but he's not responding. It seems I was gonna go check on him, but I wanted to check on you first. Um,
In the one word she says, Wix.
yeah, and I'll just nod and be like, yeah, yeah. Everyone, and then I'll just keep like just kind of gesturing back out towards the cave, just like everyone, and give her like a thumbs up sign, like
Okay.
just
Yeah.
we're all just very, very. Yeah, I mean, look at us. Look at me. We're all like this. We're just very beaten down.
Uh, yeah, you just see, as you're kind of moving through the cave, there is just that extremely thin layer of red mist just kind of lingering. But as you kind of walk, it parts as you move. It doesn't like reform. It's
Okay.
the remnants of. It's obvious that it's the remnants of what it was. Uh, and she, she'll
And
just kind of essentially like she knows you're beat, and she can tell that you're just a gout of steam basically coming from like your mouth and
yeah.
your
Oh
open
yeah.
wounds and everything. But she just is so weak that she kind of falls and kind of like you're both kind of holding each other up.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You a lot more holding her,
I will
and
say
you're free to
mechanically, I
move her
will.
wherever.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, you're free to move her wherever you wish.
Oh,
Basically,
I'll leave her in
yeah.
here for now. Like, I guess I'll move her slightly towards the mouth of the cave somewhere, just so that we can get a razor. But
Mm,
mechanically speaking, I will recover 3 merit dice, and I will actually heal
mm,
myself with 1.
okay. So you turn in your mega boss,
Turn him a
get
mega
your
boss.
3. You get 4 proficiency
4 for
bonus.
proficiency. Nice. I forgot
Yeah.
about that.
And as you kind of like are helping to just kind of place Hava down, uh, you kind of, you guys are you're sweaty and you're covered in blood and all that. Uh, the markings, the glyphs, the paints, all that, they actually start to rub away. You notice that as you're kind of placing her down. Just it seems like whatever was on her skin that y'all couldn't remove earlier.
Good news.
You can give me an Arcana check if you want.
This will be terrible, but let's go. Come on. That's a 14 for a total of 13.
Or you feel like, wow, did we just break the?
Yeah.
We did good. Yeah. Somehow Davis imagines that it's somehow linked to the fact that
Of course
either
we did it. We're heroes. We did it.
yeah, exactly. You don't understand the magic behind it, but yeah, this is us.
Makes sense.
Huh? Okay. Who else is doing what? Um,
Uh, I'll put a hand on Rock's shoulder and just try to get his attention a couple times.
As
But
soon as anyone touches me, I flinch away.
You're not the only one that flinches at Al's touch.
I heard that, Ragnar.
No, yeah, I don't say anything. I just move away and like.
I
Okay.
will say real quick, all of you have a high enough passive perception that are gathered around Rock. The glyphs that had appeared on his shell, while they are not that intense bright pink that they were in his brief time in possession, that glow is still, it's fading. It looks like it's taking its time to Like when the iron is hot and it needs to cool, that kind of effect.
Okay. Then I probably sigh and start checking on. I check on Sedge first, and then Wiggs. Make sure he's breathing. He's awake.
Go ahead and give me a medicine check on Wiggs.
Okay. Da-da-da.
Disadvantage because you are exhausted.
Ah, shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
20.
Exhaustion's a
Low,
bitch.
Oh, so close.
Wiggs does not look good. That's all you can tell. Like he's conscious. He just seems rattled and shaken. And
Okay. Al's got a lot of level 1 spell slots, so he'll throw in a healing word.
okay.
Just a safe measure.
Go ahead, roll it, and mark off your spell. Okay.
That's
Hey. Bow, bow,
cool.
bow.
Hey. What do you say to him, if anything?
We'll get you out of here. Got you free. Gotta get you back. Gotta get us all back.
He kind of looks at you. He's like, I think I'm the one that's got to get us out. And he just kind of like, he's like, it's a moment of like clear consciousness, and then just kind of back to kind of this slumped daze.
I'll definitely crack a smile at him when he mentions that.
Okay.
That's it's the most hope I've seen in this damn wasteland. Marb, hey, how you doing?
Hey, just checking on my
I can
man
do
Wiggs
that.
over here. And
Wings doesn't
Zeus.
really respond. Yeah, he's just kind of.
Yeah, I just
Yeah,
figured Marb does have a bit of a kinship with Wiggs. So.
Oh yeah, yeah. Uh, actually, whoever's controlling Marb, go ahead and roll me just a d20 real quick.
Sure, I'll do it in here.
Sure.
Nice even 10.
And 10. That's what he needed. Marb is a survivor, a scavenger, and he knows that there might be things of interest on the sisters.
Oh, hell yeah. I'm
He's
gonna
got
go
that
check.
itch.
Yeah, hell yeah. He's
Yeah,
definitely got the itch. He'll start with Amy.
that's her with Amy. Okay.
Go pick
Let
up my axe, but I
yeah.
kind of keep an eye on this
And he may
turtle
even
guy.
say, hey, Dregnar, anything on that head that's of interest? Because, I'm trying to go through the rest of it.
Well, you'll notice that Dregnar has gone off to the side and he's sitting down. He's taking out his ever smoking bottle and he needs to meditate because this is a lot of shit to take in at one time.
That is.
So if you listen, you'll hear him reciting the 9.
Right, okay.
Okay, gotcha. Go ahead for the moment. You owe me 1, 2, 3, at least 3 that I can recall. So 3d20. So it'd be your wisdom monk checks. So wisdom plus proficiency plus wisdom plus proficiency. So monk checks, please.
Got it. Give me 1 second. I'll get that set up for you.
Yeah, no rush. Okay.
Yeah, Marv will start picking pockets and looking for anything interesting.
Sure. He will most likely find what he's looking for. But go ahead and give me an investigation check. So let me bring up Amy.
You got it. And he has advantage on those today because of his totem.
Oh shit, that's right.
That is a total of 25.
25. Okay. Very quickly, the one striking thing on Amy that stands out the most, I wish I had the image to show it on her, like, our card. But Amy, on one of her shoulders, has this, like, really worn, beaten up looking pauldron. But as worn and beat up as it is, it's still, like, the strappings and everything are still very much well intact. Marv just looking at it is like, that's probably magic.
It's like, I'll have somebody else carry that. That's probably too heavy for me.
Yeah, but he'll start start unstrapping it and moving it, and it is right now for her size. And then actually, I'm just gonna pull up this one thing so I don't forget potential loot. If you guys do find everything, it is in downloads Because I made an art piece. for it.
Everybody should help Marb with investigation. Caw or goo. He's got a pretty good plus, and he's got advantage. Oh wait, I guess help doesn't matter. Then.
Help doesn't
Never
help.
mind.
Yeah.
But guidance would be nice.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh.
asleep right now.
That's true.
I hate
God
it.
damn it.
Again later.
The clerics are incapacitated. Fuck. Actually, does
So-
Rock even have guidance? I don't remember.
He does.
I
you
know
Yeah,
Marb isn't near, but just because you're asking, you're gonna like. Luckily, he perfectly like has his nostril like a snorkel,
Mhm.
and you just hear.
I love
Marb's,
it. I
Marb's
love
pretty
it.
perceptive. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Original storing.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So you find this heavy pauldron, and then as Marv is kind of digging through one of the pouches, he pulls out, and it's ice cold to the touch, and it almost like zaps him like with like an electric jolt, even though it's so cold. Amy's shattered heartstone.
Oh. It's like, oh man, this looks like that thing that Davis had. And we've seen other ones before, I think, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, on the
And as
things.
he's kind of pulling through, he actually pulls out the other 2 sets. So Amy had the 2 from the swamp hags as well
Oh, interesting.
that were shattered. So
He'll still pocket them. Or give,
Yeah.
or well, yeah, he'll pocket them for now, and then eventually we'll go in the bag of holding, I'm sure.
Okay. So
Or back in the bag of holding, I should say. Which we don't
Huh.
even, we still don't have the bag of holding. I think Davis is carrying everything.
yep, Davis is the pack mule. Okay. What else? So yeah, he feels fairly sufficient. Like he's pulling off some odd bones. Like there's a whole bunch of weird trinkets. Surprisingly, as he's like searching and he recalls the ethereal shackles and that he like goes.
Nothing.
There's nothing.
That's weird.
It's not an item. It was something
Must
else.
have been some spooky magic.
Some sort of pact or deal that she may have made. But
Hey,
yeah,
Adam,
so
can I do something?
absolutely, you guys are free to act.
Yeah, you just see Marv going, full on like loot bird.
Mm-hmm.
I know just out of me, I did the RP of falling asleep, but do you think it's probable that in my dream state, since I'm pretty much just collapsed at rock,
Sure.
is he close enough to where I could, with my trunk in dream state, cast Cure Wounds?
Yeah, it's fine. You're not actually asleep. It's fine. Yeah.
Okay.
So the elephant is sleeping and touching rock with his trunk.
Yeah. This is.
I walked through fire to try to help this tortoise. I finally made it.
I was watching an infusion.
Mental reminder: Dreg never sleeps near Sedge.
Yep.
He's got a
That's
wandering
fair.
trunk.
I was very concerned.
Well, if he accepts the healing, it's 11.
Okay. Rock, you feel some warmth.
I mean, I don't think I can stop the healing, but
I
when
don't
you
think
touch
you
me, I pull away.
Yeah. But go ahead and mark off your
While
spell slot.
muttering, yep, already done. While muttering in my sleep, I'm just gonna mutter in dream state, like I'm. It's not even like I'm thinking on this plane, but I'm gonna mutter that. I hope you know I never gave up on you.
Oh, I will say one other thing I forgot. Because you rolled so high, there is, and I'll read up the better descriptions here. Let me find these items real quick.
Actually,
Thought
I
I had them
will
all.
say, even before Marb even finishes on Amy, he'll use a spell slot to cast Detect Magic. He doesn't want to miss anything, and he's got the spell slots.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that'll help for sure. So yeah, the pauldron's 100%, and because you rolled so high, she also, oddly enough, has this like this carved wooden spoon. It looks to be like it's easy enough for Marb to recognize it, having spent so much time in the woods. It seems to be like a wild cherry wood or something. It radiates some sort of basic magic. The pauldrons are more aggressive on the magic. So, pauldrons and spoon so far.
Got it.
Any I'm assuming you're gonna go off to the next person.
Yeah, he would. I was just letting others do stuff at the time, but yeah, he
Okay.
would go bone hag next.
Alright, what
Same
else
thing.
is anyone doing? You guys are free to role play amongst yourselves. Like, please, like, there's no order. There's whatever going on.
I'll start dragging the harvest hag over towards these other two. Just
I
so
love it.
it's in
So
there.
yeah, so as you do, and you go to grab the harvest hag, you kind of grab some of her like cloths and bags, and it just like sloughs off as her body has rapidly decomposed. Um, but she wasn't carrying much, and you get some, and you're able to get like wet fabrics and pouches and all that in a pile next to the bone hag. But yeah,
Here's all the stuff that didn't decompose.
yeah, she went from together to not together real quick.
Scatter bones.
Yeah. I will say, just for the sake of it, when you do get the harvest hag out and you pull Karos, you do grab, and there's um it looks like a comb. It seems to be made from bone or antler or something. And then Marb, when you look over it, that comb is magical. Basic magic, nothing too crazy. And okay, so yeah, Marb, go ahead and give me another
Investigation.
Oh,
You got it.
investigation. Oh yeah, goodbye. You get to collect your axe.
I dropped my d20. Here's another. Ooh, a 1 and a 12, so 18 total, I think?
18.
18, yeah.
Not too bad. Doing bone hack or the pile
Bone
that he
hag.
brought to you.
Yeah, he'll get
Bone
to the
hag.
pile, I guess.
All right, bone hag. Very easy to see. She has this like chipped and cracked porcelain mask. Seemingly probably was beautiful at one point, but it's seen much better days. Probably only held together because it is a magic item, and it seems to be fairly strong magic. Um, and like her pouch, like that she had like on her back, there was a collection of bones and roots and random things. It spilled out as she collapsed. There's also a really old, worn down mortar and pestle looking object, and
I assume it's also
uh,
magical.
also magical.
Okay.
And then only because you have detect magic going, you would have missed this. A little teeny tiny thimble
Oh, yeah. Nice.
kind of fell on the ground, and it also gives off some sort of magic.
Scoop, scoop, scoop. And then hand
Yep.
to Davis anything he can't carry.
Okay. And then there's only the clothing. Oh, and then you find the broken hearthstone on the bone hag. Shattered.
So that's
Same cold jolt. That's 4
4 total.
technically. 2 broken swamp, 2 broken eastern.
Right.
They are different. Like actually, if you look at like the colors are different, the material, but you can tell that they serve a similar function. Hava's just kind of looking at you guys out the entrance. Like,
Actually, Davis was
Um,
actually going to go also talk to Wiggs. He just kind of stopped and saw Marb, and it was just be like, hey. Is he even responsive?
hey,
Um, so, looks like we've at least taken care of the immediate problem. You think you can get us back to where we came from?
I I I I need my device.
The one that we used to track that beast? What?
Other project.
Oh, from the boulder fields, I assume. It wasn't in your cage with you?
I I dropped it.
Okay. Well, I don't know if you've seen the shape that we're in. We may take a little bit to rest up before we go look for it, but we'll go look for it and get it. How are you doing? I mean,
You're
like,
steaming.
yeah, that is a little different from what you may remember. But for the record, I did heal 5 hit points. Wow. So,
Wow.
like, I'm not fully at 1 hit point now, but
Yeah.
yeah, no. We have a lot to catch up on. Did we did accomplish what we sought out to do in Deep Root, but that's a longer tale for. Well, maybe for now when we're resting, but I think we need to kind of get our game plan going first. Hava's fine. I don't even know. Did you even see when we came inside, got her? Because there was all that fog. Anyway, yeah. So we're just the hags are all gone. We took care of them. Now we just gotta go home, I think.
Home would be another mess to clean up.
Yeah, hopefully less of one, right? Because I think these two things are not unrelated. Like Amy was definitely over there on the other side, pushing things in whatever direction she saw fit. I'm sure, and you know. Oh, you knew her name was Amy. You were there. So that there's at least that there's that. But yeah, no, the problems aren't all solved for sure. And we have a lot of
You
questions for sure.
you all did very good.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised at ourselves, frankly. I mean, it was no easy task, but we have some strong allies.
Mhm. And he just kind of nods and gets kind of back to a little zoned out space.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. What's everyone else doing? I know Marb's got one more body to loot. You can go ahead and loot. Roll one more
I'll do it.
bot. Go ahead.
Ooh, a 1 and a 10, so for a total of 16.
Okay. Not much left in the pile of essentially waste now that is the harvest hag. However, there is a like a case, like a suitcase, not like a large suitcase, but almost like a leather bound strapped case that has some sort of straps that are keeping it closed, a handle for carrying. Um, the case itself does not give magic, but the contents from it that are radiating that seem to be part of this collection of whatever's inside gives off some sort of magic essence as well.
Uh, so is it like already open, or does he have to open it? Because if he has to open it, he
No,
might like
he gets, yeah, he gets the sense that all of this is one magic item.
Oh, okay, I get it. Similar to like the pouch, the survival pouch kind of thing.
Yeah, kind of thing.
Okay.
So I will, for the time being, drop in Discord all the loot images at least, because y'all haven't identified anything. There you go. Kind of the collage of loot. It's loading slowly. Okay. Yeah, so what would you guys like to do?
Well, I don't think we can long rest yet. Actually, Davis will. What's the respite has like a range? I think, right? 60 feet, something like that.
You can call people to gather.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say. Hey everybody, let's gather around real quick. Let's talk about what we got to do next, and then basically brief speech. We'll do a 10-minute short rest. Benefit from respite. All of you exhausted people, reduce your exhaustion level by 1. Hooray!
Yay.
No.
Al will throw in the usual song.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
only applies if you use hit dice. And I will end
You do get proficiency bonus of hit die to give out.
8. No, you get twice proficiency bonus.
Oh, twice. Okay.
So who is short on hit dice? I actually have all of mine. Oh no, sorry, I used 1. So does
I
anybody
got
need
6
hit?
left.
Okay. I think I probably recover everybody's full hit dice because I didn't use the moment of courage all that much.
Rock stays quiet and doesn't really listen to your speech. And you guys wouldn't know this, but he does not heal anything during the rest.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I gotta do the bookkeeping
That's it. You spend any hit die, you get +5 just once on top of it.
Mhm.
What for the respite thing? Do you choose how many hit dice you
I
use?
choose.
Or?
I get a pool of twice my proficiency bonus. I can just dole out.
Oh,
I think it's like cause so it's 3 for you. It'll be 1 for me. Should be at least 2 for Sej if he wants his hit dice back, right? Or did you use 3 or 2? I don't remember how many of you used.
I used 2 during combat.
Okay, so that's 6 total.
So it'd be 3 or 6.
No.
Well, so here's the thing. So like you're
Oh,
still
6 for
taking a
you, my
short
bad.
rest. Yeah, you're still taking a short rest. You're still spending hit die as you wish.
Yeah.
However, what he's able to do at the end of the long rest, because technically you don't spend your hit die until the very end of the long rest.
Short rest.
So once that short rest. So once that short rest ticks, then Davis can be like, okay, you get 2 of those hit die back. You get 1 of those hit die back. I'll take, and then you can spend those on top of that as part of the end of the rest if you wish, or just hold on to them as normal.
Yeah, like we won't be all full of hit dice because I'm actually gonna use a ton to heal because I need to heal a fuck ton.
Yeah. Mm.
But I was just thinking of like the ones like most people should already be at full once if you account to the fact that I get some back. But
yeah,
we'll just everybody heal as much as you want with whatever hit die you need, and then we'll do the accounting after that.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
No, you're golden. Except for Rock, because Rock refuses to heal because he is in a bad space.
And as a friendly reminder, do not forget to use your healer's kit charges because you are using your hit dice to heal.
Yeah, 1. You just have to use 1
Correct.
charge. If you don't have it, ask somebody for a charge. Okay. Yeah. Rock.
Yeah, but
While people are doing
Song of Rest was
math
what?
and
5? Okay.
yeah, while people are doing math and that, Rock, can you give me a Arcana check?
Yeah.
Thank you.
26.
56. Okay, so a part of you got jostled, and a dormant part of you, something that you didn't realize was you, has kind of been exposed, and it's the what the entity said, a vessel, a powerful vessel. While you were in the um I guess taken for a ride, kind of watching, uh the voices that were the voice in your head that was talking mentioned other things about um more subtly, but you're able to pick up on it. Created vessel, and you're kind of like instinctively kind of looking kind of towards your shell and kind of looking around, kind of remembering some of the rubbings that you have. And while you are in a kind of broken state, you just kind of subconsciously kind of pull some of the rubbings that you have of the shell on your glyph, and you're looking at them, and you don't know the exact magic, but you're seeing heavily layers of transmutative mathematical equations, uh, ways to create, imbue, manifest life, possibly. You don't understand it, but you grasp the concept at least. And going with some of those flashes that you had way back when, with the butchering of different entities and the little tubes, the 26, whoever perspective you had, if it was your own or someone else's, they were creating bodies. You might be a result of that, question mark? Your book is still dormant, just open on the ground. Okay.
Okay. I grab my book and I just clutch it to my chest again. Closed. Stay quiet. Just staring at everyone.
Okay. CJ, for the fun of it, this will be some for me to track. Roll me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Roll me 6, 5d6, real quick.
5d6.
And then like so do them like separately and let me know if anything is a 1, 2, 3. There's 2. So 4 or higher.
That's a 4.
Okay, so 1 is a 4, got it.
That's a 6.
All right, 2 is a 6.
That's a 6.
3 is a 6. Wow. Okay.
That's a 3.
Okay, so 4 is missing. Got it. Last one.
And a 4. So
Okay,
4,
so
6,
everything but
3,
4.
4.
Got it. Yeah, so I'm just gonna write this for a note for myself. Rock. 1, 2, 3, 5. Okay, cool. I'll figure that out later. All right. Anyone doing anything else? As you guys are kumbayaing, healing.
Yeah, we figured out the hit die. I just gave 2 to 4 of
Perfect.
us.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I used a fuck ton and I'm still not that close to topped off.
Yeah, unfortunately, since it's a kind of a new mechanic, it's kind of hard to track. So sorry, guys.
That's fine. I just put it in my notes.
Okay.
So yeah, make sure, Sedge, I don't know if you caught the chat in Roll20, I'm giving you 2 hit dice back because I know you used at least 2 in the fight. And you're probably using more to heal.
Adam, those 3 rolls I made earlier, were those the retcon or is that including this meditation?
Including this meditation. 1, 2, yeah, that would be including this meditation because I did roll 1 on my own for you.
Okay.
So, but then I figured, oh, it's gonna be a while. I'll just retroactively get your meditations in. So you're doing well. Like you've boosted it up quite a bit. So, we'll see how that manifests at some point.
So DM permission to click short rest button for all
Oh yeah,
short
everybody
restings.
permission to hit short rest. Yes. Um, absolutely permission to hit short rest button. Okay. The It's interesting. The landscape around you seems eerily still. There is the sourceless wind from time to time that does move some of the softer, what's called ethereal sands that roll lightly and easily low to the ground. The crystalline trees still standing prominently. The quickly decomposed corpse of the harvest hag and the other 2 sisters just essentially dead, one left decapitated. Uh, some time will have passed. We'll say that,
At
this
least 10
probably
minutes.
like, yeah, and Hava will kind of start hobbling out.
Actually, hold on. Is there a limit to the number of creatures I can do respite with?
Yes.
Ooh.
Wait, is it?
No, any allies. Yeah,
No,
you and any
any allies within 60. It's the other features that might boost it to do other things.
I was
That's
thinking
what it
of
does.
like, I think Inspiring Leader, I think, has a cap or something. Maybe?
10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anywho, yeah, so as we're standing around, unless you wanted to do something with Hava real quick.
No, she's just starting to walk out, like really slow,
Yeah,
wobbly legs.
so as she's coming in, I'll like nod at her assuringly, and if she wants to like come towards me, I'll like beckon her a little bit closer. But I'll say like, um, the next step is we got to get Wiggs what he needs to get us back, home, whatever that may be at this point. But he's missing something, so we need to go get it. Do you think it's at the Boulder Fields Wigs, or could it have been lost on the way here, or what do you think? Do we need to retrace your steps, or can we just, make haste to the Boulder Fields and then start our search there? What do you think?
I left it. It fell at the bold. I wasn't
Got it.
when they started chanting. Muttering, but you get the sense.
Right,
that
right,
he
right.
stopped it.
Yeah. Save your strength, man. You'll need it. All right. Not that, not to put too much of a rush on things, but I'm really fucking sick of being here, and I would like to get home. So I propose we head out. Is everybody up for traveling? It's not that far, right? I mean, we're only like half a mile or so away, so.
In response, Dreg will jump up, pull out his flask, take a deep drink, and hand it to Davis and say, "I'm ready."
Yeah,
Alright.
great. Everybody else, good?
I'm gonna lift
We'll,
myself up out of the mud begrudgingly.
The mud
just
that you
stand-
created with your sweat.
Steam.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh no!
It's okay, it dries quick, and I'll use it to cool me. I'm an elephant.
Hey.
Davis and Marb, did you guys find anything interesting?
Yeah, or you can roleplay Marb.
Oh yeah, but Marble. Yeah. I mean, hags, right? They got spooky stuff. We're probably gonna need when. He kind of starts whispering. When a rock snaps out of it, maybe he can help us figure out what some of these things do. And they're like holding this one large like pauldron, and he just kind of tosses it to you, Drag. He's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah. I was like, say, barring that, Wiggs could do it, but he's got other things to do, so.
and we'll say, unless if anybody has any, it takes you.
Did we recover our bag of holding?
Not yet.
No,
It would be back at the Boulder Fields, though.
maybe.
Well, potentially, right?
Uh,
If it's anywhere
yeah,
that we could find.
It's gone forever.
maybe.
I mean, you have a bag that looks very much like a bag of holding and holds stuff, right? So you should be happy.
Rock puts his head inside the new bag.
Hello?
You
Anybody
in
in
there?
there?
All right, rolling a d20. No, I'm kidding. I'm assuming you're messing around, Rock. You're not
I'm messing
actually
around.
too-
I was gonna say, as
No, bag is
dejected as you
overlord.
are, I don't think you're that bad.
Yeah. Yeah. So as the group gathers themselves,
Actually, real quick, I will kind of come over to Rock, because you seem to still be mostly just avoiding everybody and focus. Are you still focused on your book? Or are you just like
No.
space staring?
I'm just keeping to myself. I'm just staring, making no eye contact with anybody.
Yeah. So I will come over and I'll try and put my hand on your shoulder, which I understand you'll probably recoil.
Yeah, I do instantly.
Okay. I'll say, hey, the whole menagerie, we gotta go. But we're good. Are you good? Like, 'cause we're all good. We get it.
I'll stand up and just shuffle a few feet away so I'm not near anyone and shrug. Still kind of looking down.
I'll insist a little bit. I was like, you're coming with us, right?
I give the slightest of nods.
Okay. You take your time, bud. Whatever you need. You're with us still. Like, we still need you. We're all in this together. We get it. We do. Just, do what you need to do. Just stay with us. We need you. That's it. And I'll just kind of pat him. I'll again try and like just give him a little tap on the shoulder or something on the way and see if that softened him up at all.
I still recoil,
Okay.
and then I just shuffle after you.
I'll I'll visibly like nod my head okay as I see you do that. And then just keep walking.
As we're walking, I'm gonna go up to Rock and be like, "Rock, Remember the conversation we had in the marsh about failure?
Um, out of character, no.
Remember we were on the hill and you failed, and Dregnar gave you a pep talk.
I remember it. I don't remember exactly what you said, but I
I don't
remember.
remember exactly.
Did failure happens and you can't let it define you. You overcome it. You become a better person from it. So when Dregnar go up to you and says, "Remember what I told you on the hill in the marsh," it applies here.
In the slightest of whispers, all you hear from me, and I'm still not looking at anyone. I don't know.
Dude, if you're looking down, you're looking right at me. I'm a dwarf.
That's true.
I'm looking away from you. I just very quietly I said, "Don't know who I am," and I hurt my friends. And then I misty step 30 feet away from you.
Do you really want to play this speed game, dude?
Actually,
Oh, can I not?
Oh wait, no, you can't, because Kara's.
no, you can't. Kara's is far away.
Oh, okay.
No, yeah, I
Yeah.
try to misty step, and I'll
You
use
do.
a spell slot.
No, yeah,
But
you managed to.
You succeed.
But if
Mm.
that was the thing, Karos would
Mm.
probably like grab the flail, kind of like, whoa,
True.
we got it.
Yeah, failing that and then looking over it.
Mhm.
Oh, did it work?
Yeah, it worked.
It
He's
worked.
far away. I thought he was closer to you, but that was Sedge.
Oh, he's
That
over
was
there.
zoomed out. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, actually, that puts me in a group of people. I'll go over this way,
That's fine.
and I'll just bounce, and I'll be kind of looking in Davis's direction, just to follow at a distance.
Adam, I'm going to proceed behind Davis, but I'm going to be checking on Rock to make sure he's not trying to slip off.
Same.
Understood. Fair. Yeah, I will say unless if he tells me something specifically, the group traveling slower than you would normally because, y'all are still recovered. Hava's with you.
Marb will cast. Let's just go ahead and do pass out a trace. Marb.
Perfect. So definitely walking slower as you guys are kind of taking a stealthier
Just in
approach.
case.
Yep. So everybody, just for brevity's sake, go ahead and roll me stealth checks. Karos and who else is that? Karos and Sedge at disadvantage, but y'all do have +10. So 21.
Thank you for the respite.
That's what it's there for, baby.
6.
+21. No biggie.
David.
Yo, yeah, that's with disadvantage, motherfucker.
Shit.
That's with disadvantage and a +2.
I don't want to hear it. I got 35.
Damn it.
I have a +2 and a disadvantage, and I still got 27.
How'd you? What?
I just rolled 15
Plus-
because we have +12, but
I have
Okay.
I have
native.
+7, +10. I rolled an 18.
I
Yeah.
don't know what keep highest or drop lowest.
Very confused with your roll.
KL1.
Yeah, it's KL1 or KH1.
Okay.
Oh, I was missing the. Yeah, got it.
Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know why it's. Yeah, there we go.
There we go.
Still
Because you
20.
can do
Okay.
like roll
Yeah.
20, keep 18 or something,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, the lowest of you is still at 20, which that's still pretty
Except for
good.
Sedge.
Sedge
Oh no,
is a
21. That's right, because of +10. Yeah, my bad.
I'm going to look
So-
at Marb and go, God, you're being loud.
I was like, shut up, man. God, I'm not. This is a spooky forest. Doesn't feel right.
It's not what I'm used
Want
to.
to get me out of this place. But you guys are able to, over the course, and it might take 40 minutes, maybe longer, but you do get to the boulder fields and you see it, and still there are the splatterings of the blood and the viscera and gore of the different natives here that tried to maybe get inside or whatever, got too close at one point. But yeah, what do you guys do?
I think we're just. So is there any loose rocks or anything? Any way we can get in?
We'll say sure. Why not? They didn't. They
Amy left in a
left
hurry.
cold. Yes. So we'll say you guys are able to make your way in, listening, looking. It seems empty. Off to the distance, there's the pile of the charred and killed ogres that got sucked into this realm after Rock, I think, scorched them with a fireball.
Yeah, Marble help
Heading.
say like, hey, let's find this thing. Where'd you last see it, Wiggs?
Oh, Wiggs will just say, and he'll guide you over to
Yeah.
the right hand chamber where his cage was, and it's just covered with whatever little bits of stuff he was able to keep his things hidden. And yeah, you find an apparatus of sorts, definitely amongst the artifice style. And Wiggs will say, right, um, so,
Yeah, you said you might
this.
need something from the beast that we fought?
Oh no, no, the beast was to stop them from leaving.
Ah.
But maybe I can still. I need. I need. I need. And he's like, trying to formulate his thoughts. I need whatever you got from the beast. Maybe I can change.
Yeah, I'm like starting to
Change.
dump out stuff like the plates.
Yeah.
I think what else did we get other than the plates?
We
Well,
got
He looks.
the core,
the
obviously.
core.
Yeah. Yeah. He looks at the plates. No, no, no. That.
Oh,
That's nice, but
yeah.
that's
I'll
not
wave
it.
Karos over. I'll be like, you have the other thing we got from the beast, right?
Yeah, I'll take it out of my little side satchel here and
He'll look at it and he'll just kind of, take it from you. He's like, that'll that'll do the trick. Okay. Uh, Davis, Menagerie, do you have any of those stones that the hags use to travel between the realms?
Yeah, Marv, did you find any?
Yeah,
I
Mark
think
would be like,
they're all
oh
broken.
yeah. He's just like, he'll just start like pulling out 5 sets of shattered hearthstones.
Does that
It's like,
would that work?
yeah, it's broken. Mark, uh, and he kind of licks his finger and kind of touches it and zaps him. He's like, they still got a little bit, maybe, uh, hopefully.
Deep,
Oh
deep
boy.
sigh from Davis, and he'll be like, I do have a
No,
functioning
no,
one, if that's better.
easier, but let me.
There is, I think, actually, I forget it. Actually, out of character mechanically, I think, is it when
Mm,
you unattune to it that it might break?
yes.
No, it's new to. It's
It's
when you
what's when a
attune.
new attunement. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, I thought it
So
was
no, no, you're
unattuning.
fine. He's like, I mean, this should be enough, especially since y'all. I just need to figure some way to reverse what it does. Do you know what this? And he's holding the little core. He's like, do you know what this does? It's actually fascinating.
Is he looking? If he's looking at me, I just have like the deadest eyes ever when he says that. I'm like,
Looking at like all of you, he's like, no, you don't even know what you kill. Okay. Uh,
did he say you don't
this,
even know what you kill?
I feel
yeah,
like I feel like somebody
That feels
discerned.
judgmentally for me.
yeah.
You told us, but I couldn't remember if it's because somebody figured it out or if you were just mentioning it.
I think you figured it out when you were holding it. Like it's basically like a dimensional lock. It it literally is called dimensional lock. So yeah, cars, you would know that it kind of inhibits planar and other forms of like instant transportation.
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
Oh,
If I knew that, then I'd let him know what I
man.
knew.
He's like, yes. So the only reason I put this together was when they were describing the entity and what they had me making. it rung a bell with something I've read about before. However, this thing, from what I figured, was heavily altered, changed. But this, all of those puppies have this, and they are notorious for being guardians of things, Kara, tombs, artifacts, because they make escape difficult. Now, while there's still a little bit of juice left in this, I think if I can use the stone fragments with this, probably I'm gonna destroy all of it. But I think my device can open up a portal back to the narrowscape, to home.
Yeah,
Just
how
gonna
long
need
is
some
however long you
time.
need. Yeah.
I might I'll let you know. Uh he, he seems again like he's still, exhausted and tired and broken. But
I will say, hey, Wiggs, actually, I mean, you saw when I was, wounded and the Steam stuff was different. Had you seen this yet? And then I'm just gonna drop Hearthguard and let it go. Because I actually, out of character, I don't actually remember if he knew about that. I
he
don't think
didn't.
he did. Yeah.
No, he didn't. He's like,
Because that's different too. Again, we'll talk about that later if you want. Because I do
he
have
just he
questions.
puts up his finger, one thing at a time.
Yeah. Sorry. Focus.
Mm. Uh, Let me roll for wigs. Oh wow, natural 20. He'll also kind of lean in and be like, he, I think, because he knows all you got. Well, he knows the main group. He's like, I think Rock needs some. I'm gonna try to distract him. He'll call out, Rock, Rock, I need your intellect, Rock.
Shuffle over very slowly.
Alright. You guys
Still,
got
still not making eye contact with it.
okay.
I'll give a wide berth.
Yeah. So I'll just I'm moving you just down here, so you guys are kind of together. He's like, okay, and he will try to at least Rock, and depending on how you wish to be receptive, he's going to try to explain what he's doing, try to distract you, try to get some of your insight, some of your input. Essentially, he's seeking your actual help in this. Explaining like we need to take the lingering psionic energy from the core, and we need to channel the natural attunements of these broken stones to try to, well, reverse the core to magnify the stone's power with my little contraption widget here to open a portal. I don't know how long it's going to open, but hopefully it'll be enough time for all of us to shuffle on through. Are you up to helping me? I'm going to need what's in between your ears to help.
Help everyone get home. I owe them that at least.
Oh, good. Good, good. All right. Rock, if you would be so kind, rather than give him the help action, can you roll me a honor check? And I'm gonna roll one for Wiggs. He rolled well.
31.
Yeah, okay.
Whew.
Jeez, freaking things. Rock, he's really good at explaining it. You actually catch a couple of mistakes in the placements of what he's trying to do. Maybe not, very half-heartedly kind of just adjust and make corrections on the fly as he's setting up his widget. It will take some time though, however, so are you guys doing anything, the rest of the crew, or are you guys,
Marb's gonna climb something for sure.
okay. Who is holding on to all the magic items right now?
Probably me, just from a weight perspective. Marb definitely can't.
Okay. So surprisingly, Davis, uh, I don't think none of these items that you have require attunement. So
Neat.
as you're just kind of carrying them, you get kind of bored looking at them, kind of shuffling things around.
I mean, hey, I'll check
Um,
the shit out.
yeah, and you just start to kind of, ideas of what these things are in your mind. The pauldron does eventually start to shrink down to kind of like what you would assume is like, a good size for one of y'all. Um, yeah, I guess I get to send you a whole bunch of links.
Just gonna put him in the channel, I assume.
I was sending them to you directly, and then you can
Oh,
decide how you
alright.
want to distribute them. Or if you have any questions, I'm here to assist. So, Pauldron, you guys are free to roleplay while I send Danny all these links. If anything comes to mind, I'm listening.
Don't open on stream.
I mean, you can. Like, it's up
No,
to
I
you.
know, but
Like,
it,
you can do with it as you wish. I give you guys the opportunity to,
right.
share or to, and then the porcelain mask. Do as you see fit. So, or keep it mysterious. So yeah. So reading a little description. So yeah, it's a single leather pauldron made from some tough leathers that are held together with rivets. It almost forms like a chitinous-looking design. The wooden spoon is about the size of a tablespoon that looks as if it's carved from wild cherry. The thimble. This once elegant brass thimble is tarnished and very much in need of some care. This mortar is essentially it looks ancient. It's like a tiny wooden bowl with a matching set of pestle. The pestle is remarkably, you just get the sense it's well put together and could probably crush a lot of things. The comb that Karos you have on your person, which I technically should have sent to you, but whatever. Take that one away from you, Davis, and send it to Karos.
Yep.
Karos, you also get the sense as you're kind of holding the comb. Let me delete this from Davis, boop, and I'll send it to you, Suki. It is indeed a bone and antler like comb, and it has, it has some glyphs and runes kind of marked in on it, and you get the sense of what it can do. Essentially, the link, and then the collection of things, Davis. It's a collection of different apparatuses in a beat up bag. It seems to
Which there's
be.
you didn't give me a link to that.
I didn't. It
I
should
don't
be the
think.
Hedgecrafters collection. Did I not send you Hedgecrafters?
Oh no, I see it. Sorry.
Yeah.
I thought I opened all the links, but no.
Yeah. And then, of course, Davis, the one porcelain mask, a chipped and cracked porcelain mask. At this point, it has beautiful details painted around the eyes and on the cheeks. It gives a very strong, but faint, but ever present, but faint aroma of burning incense.
Neat.
Yeah, now you know what all these things do.
I will say, if anybody is looking for something to do, you probably see me looking through this shit, and I would actually say, I would specifically say, hey, I'll come check this shit out.
Mhm.
So I'll just actually send all this shit straight to Corbin.
Yeah, you guys can share amongst yourselves as you wish. I give that as the option because like Liam loves not giving people the magic items, right? For example, and like messing with them. So a lot of them are not like insane. They're just a collection of random magical items that a hag might have and it's like just dawned on me that y'all have more hag loot on you than probably regular loot.
Yep.
You guys are just like hagged out.
So yeah,
So
the two of us have extensively seen everything. If anybody else wants to come hang out with us, I can send it all to you too. But if you're doing other stuff, then that's up to you guys.
Sure, I'll check it out.
Okay.
Yeah,
Alright.
I'd bring it over.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'll just.
And there you go.
I'm
So you
just
can
gonna
just
post
put
it in
them
the
in.
channel. Yeah.
There you go. So yeah,
I'm
to
gonna
kind of keep it.
saunter over and I'm gonna get up from just like laying in the sun, and then I'm gonna saunter over lazily.
Yeah, understood.
So yeah, if anybody sees anything they like, let me know, and it's all yours.
Yeah.
Where's the
Oh.
links? For this?
It's in the materia
And the
channel.
materia channel.
Aha.
Adam, the pauldrons, is that acrobatics or acrobatics and athletics?
They're not able to do acrobatics. They have to use strength to get out.
Gotcha.
You know. Yeah. So. Yeah. So if anyone has any questions on the loot, let me know. But yeah, essentially, tinkering away, kind of resting. Hava, Rock, you kind of look over your shoulder, and Hava's just kind of in the area giving y'all a berth, just kind of watching. You know, kind of taking in the. Honestly, it's a very interesting spectacle to see you and Wiggs working together because you guys practice. You guys apply your intelligence in such different ways, and she's just observing, quiet, but you pick up on it and just watching. But yeah, eventually, after this will take, even with the 31 and him rolling well, it probably still took about an hour for you guys to confidently say, Wiggs will look at you, and you'll look at Wiggs, and you both kind of smile and know, I think we got this. I think we can get us home. And he's like, Rock, you're brilliant. How? Good job, Rock.
I don't reply. Just continue focusing on work.
Okay. Okay. CJ, it's you know how to trigger this. So essentially it's whenever the frick you want to get out of here, you just snap your fingers. It's up to you. And I will
Yeah, I just whispered barely to Wix and said, "You should get everyone here, so we can leave."
Wiggs will kind of go, okay, wasn't expecting to have to be the loud one. Menagerie, friends,
Yeah.
I think we got this.
All right, everybody, let's go. I think we're heading back home. Well, again,
You see
whatever that
your
may be.
sack?
Oh yeah. We wanted to find the bag of holding too, didn't we? I would say Marb probably would have thought of that.
Okay,
It is a very Marb thing to want.
I guess it would be perception to try to find other piles of stuff or.
Or a bag of holding, which I will not look for because I'm Sam. But someone find our bag of holding.
Okay, yeah, he'll look.
All
I
right.
will help if possible.
Yeah, Al, you can do it separate, or you can give Al him advantage, whatever you feel like.
I think his is better. I'm gonna check real quick. Oh
It's
yeah,
+7.
it's gotta be. Yeah, I'll assist him.
Okay.
Okay. That advantage.
Oh, it tipped over. Like I had rolled one, and then I rolled another dice into it, and then it tipped it. So I'm just gonna re-roll, do two at once.
That's fine. That's fine.
23 total.
23 total. There's some piles of things. Marb kind of goes up and looks through some of them. Go ahead and give me that investigation check.
Oh, cool. He gets advantage on that anyway. Huh?
Yeah. Nice
Wow,
work,
a 19 and a 16, so a total of 25.
25?
Yeah, 25.
He is searching. He is pulling and digging through, and
Where do these stupid hags keep this? God damn it.
it's he goes for like a couple piles of things. Your bag ain't he?
Wait, how long is Detect Magic like? It would be done, right? It's 10 minutes,
Yeah,
I
oh
think.
yeah.
Okay, yeah, it would be done. He doesn't. Oh no, he does have another spell slot. Ooh, I'm kind of burning all the spell slots here. Fuck it. Yeah, Detect Magic. He must find it.
All right. As he's looking for it, some of the things that he's like kind of pulling out and everything. Um, there is some magic items here. Um, in mostly in the form of liquids and vials. Which I guess I'm gonna have you guys roll for later.
Yeah, he's definitely taking as many
Uh,
as he can.
yeah.
I just imagine more. I'm taking this. I'm taking this. I'm taking
Yeah.
this. I'm
Basically,
taking
he's like
this.
shaking it. He's like, okay, this goes
This
in
is
this
just.
pocket.
I'm just shopping
Ooh,
at this point.
this goes here.
Ooh, shiny.
Um, actually, because you guys thought about looting this spot.
And
Um,
what's hilarious is like David's just like, let's look at what we got instead of like, let's look at what we could also get still.
yep. Uh, you know what? I will say, Marv pulls a number of old parchments and they radiate magic, looking like he kind of pulls them open. He's like, well, that's math magical. So a couple potions, he finds a number of potions and some scrolls. Um, no magic weapon, no magic armor, no other like trinkets. It seems to be things that they collected off either people that they brought here on this side or I don't know, jagged bits of metal and wood and scrap. But you do not see your bag, unfortunately.
Bacall, I can't find it, guys.
Mm.
Davis, you're gonna have to carry everything for a little bit.
Or you can distribute things amongst yourselves as you see.
But
We'll
one more
figure
pound
out
will break Al's back. Just one more pound. He
Please
literally dies.
this. We will figure out what potions and scrolls in a little while. I gotta think about that. So, but yeah, Rock. Wiggs looks at you as the group is kind of gathering behind you. Uh, you place the widget. It's holding. You had to make some modifications to hold the actual core. Uh, taking whatever components you can find, reaching out. It's a combination of artifice and just makeshift necessity and design. Uh, if everything was quote unquote to be connected or hooked up, you think it's ready. Um, you essentially once you put that last bit of this heartstone in and give it like the proper distancing, you just start seeing like little sparks, and it starts to build an arc. Um, they start to jump. The arcs start to jump into the primal core and out of the primal core, and as they jump in, there's like this electric white, and as they jump out, they shift to this uh, greenish teal, and they start to like build and kind of weave in and wrap around one another. And as the organ begins to essentially pulse, as more energy gets into it, kind of its organic state starts to be realized, you start to see smoke and you see the crystals, the heartstone pieces start to shake and shatter and break. And the organ, you can see it just started pumping faster and faster and faster, almost like a heart. And it's almost like getting like a heart attack. and then it just, and you hear this like this popping, crackling, like 1,000 Rice Krispies just kind of going off in the space around you. And then all of you just kind of look, and you start to see little tears, little rips. And as you kind of stare through them, if one appears between you and one of your friends, you're like missing part of your friends. Like as Davis, you look and see Marb, like part of his face is missing. You're just seeing the boulder field and the material, and it's just like starting to rip. And they start to like rip and start to gather and collect just more and more and more until you have this like loose tear amongst y'all. What do y'all guys do?
So it's like feels like a point of egress, kind of like we could walk through.
Mhm.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna kind of look around at everybody. If nobody's, but I will push through. I'll make the first step through.
Davis steps through. Soft.
So what do
You
they
know,
say?
you have your boots on, but you look. Davis is just steps through, and he's in the light of normal daylight on the other side.
I'll beckon everybody over.
I'll go through.
I'm gonna
Okay.
excitedly go through.
Sej, it's the sun. Hell yeah.
I'm gonna like do that mini sprint onto my knees and just like I'm so joyous that I can see this sun.
That makes Davis visibly happy too, and he like claps him on the shoulder and be like, "We did it."
You guys did it.
Actually,
With
also, real quick, instinctively, I do also like feel for my hearthstone, make sure it's still there.
It's there. They didn't need to use it. It did not need to be used. Alright, I
I'm
gotta
gonna use his hand to help myself up. Hopefully he doesn't fall.
Yeah. Davis is a beefy boy. So let me very quickly, as you guys are running, you guys can talk. I'm just setting up the page with you guys returning to the proper narrowscape.
I do make sure I'm like kind of nervously making sure that both Rock and Hava and Wiggs and or I guess all of them are coming through. I'm assuming pretty much everybody else is, ready to go. It's those three that I'm most like delicately looking for, I guess.
Understood. Wiggs and Hava do emerge.
I'm in control of this thing.
You had it start, yes.
Do I know how to stop it?
It's gonna burn itself out. It's not designed to sustain itself.
Okay.
So
I'm not stepping through.
Yeah, I knew your ass was going to say that. I don't move. I'll look at Rock. You're going through one way or the other, either by yourself or I'm going to carry you through.
Quick question: can sound travel through that? Like, do I hear any of that?
yeah, it's a rip. It is a
okay, so it's
solid rip. So let me just kind of put Rock and Dragnar, and we kind of imagine.
And it looks like you put on a couple of pounds, and I don't know if I'm have enough strength to carry you through. Let's go.
I just whispered to Dragnar, "Go. It's not safe to be with me."
Have you seen the things that have tried to kill me? You don't scare me.
I just sit down stubbornly. If he wants to push me through, he can try and push me through.
I will grapple his ass and bring him through.
Okay. If you're gonna make this actually difficult, then contested. If he's sitting, you can have advantage.
I won't fight.
Yeah. Dragnar is gonna take you a hot minute. He's the big boy.
I'll drag him.
With
I'll
a bunch
grab
of
him
stuff.
by his shell and drag him like he's a lean-to.
I get you. Still,
And I'll do it by his feet so his head's scraping across the ground because he's being a pain in the ass right now.
very well.
Curious turtle, come. The sun is warm.
Oh God. Okay. I feel like I need to rescue Rock's mentality a little bit.
Take your time
Rock.
doing it.
Yeah. Rock. sake of it, can you give me this would it's not your strong suit, but I think it's the best one. Can you give me just a charisma check?
Yeah, because I'm good at those. And I will say,
Yeah,
out of
thank
character, I'm fine, but I mean, in character, you guys know
Oh
Rock.
yeah, no,
Oh no,
Yeah,
no,
like
it
hurt
fits. It
people.
fits.
no, we love it. Like this is great. I'm just trying to help boost Rock a little bit.
Can I counter charm Rock against
Sej
himself?
doesn't even. Sej doesn't. He's oblivious to you
Oh
being
yeah,
sad right
Sej,
now.
you're down
And
here
we
rolling.
haven't gotten to the Sej CJ Rock. There'll be time for healing if that happens. If you let it. I'm oblivious. What were you saying?
What is your roll,
Al?
CJ?
You said charisma check.
Yeah, just charisma. So D20
Yeah.
minus your charisma.
-2. Yeah, so 1 total.
One total.
Oh my god.
Okay, perfect. Perfect. So as you're like resisting and you're being dragged, you don't see, but you do hear Caden. It's like, really? Come on, man. You're better than this. That wasn't you.
I look around, like, I don't see anything. I'm just looking for the voice. Does it sound like it's coming through from the other side of the portal?
It's coming. It's like in your head.
I'll just yell out, "Where are you? How are you
I'm
doing
right
this?
here. Let's go.
What is
Love it.
going on?"
You dust yourself off and learn. Go with your friend.
Adam, since he's being a pain, I'm
Yeah.
just going to throw his shell down. I'm going to sit down. I'm stubborn too. We're going to sit here and starve to death.
I stand up and I walk through.
You'll find a way to talk with me again. And you see him.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna walk through.
Ragnar, it makes no sense. He's been talking to himself.
It's rock.
Yeah.
But that, yeah, as I it actually does make sense.
It makes perfect sense.
Once he's through, I'll look around, make sure we're not being followed, and then I go through.
Yeah. Nothing seems to be following you. Rock step through. Ragnar, you step through, and you're kind of looking at that core. It's just everything about that apparatus, the core, the organ, like looking thing, all the stones. Everything's just like meeting like critical failure, and it's just starting to like glow, and you can kind of see like the apparatus itself is starting to melt, and you step through. Probably 6-10 seconds afterwards, you just start to see the little hair start to mend itself in reality. And as the menagerie, step through and look, Sej rolling around in the sun, rocking Dregnar. And just kind of, there you go, roll around in the sun, boy. Stepping through. Y'all are back in the boulder fields. It's gonna.
What does it smell like?
Smells like a fresh day, actually. It hasn't rained.
Even with all the dead bodies decomposing.
Let me. Thank you, sir. That's getting there. Sej, it takes a second, and then because you have that really good smell, you're like that bliss and that joy of being in the sun is all of a sudden like, oh god. And then you start listening, and you just hear flies buzzing. It's not a happy. That's
Not
all that
exactly a parade they were coming back to now.
no. And it's quiet. Short of the buzzing and like you hear this call of a raven flying over. You actually do start seeing birds circling various points around the boulder fields.
Davis,
Yes.
can I take a closer look at that mortar and pestle that you?
Sure. I'll hand it over.
Can I ascertain how to use it?
Yeah, I mean,
It's on the sheet.
yeah, it's on the sheet. It's not in a. It's
I know
not
how
a.
to personally use it because I read the sheet. But can Sej, like,
Yeah,
or
Sej. Yeah, Sej kind of holds it. You guys kind of talked about it for a little bit. You can. I mean, if you want to add that to your character sheet, Sej, just look up the name and add it.
okay.
So yeah. So you guys step through. What are you guys? Oh, we
There
got
was an
double
extra
drag.
Dregnar.
There you go.
That's
Drag.
almost a full real person.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. If we stand each other's shoulders, we may be like 5 foot tall.
Yeah.
Ah,
He's
you're
a lot.
like 3 foot something, aren't you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
he's 4'1.5".
Oh,
He's not
shit.
like dwarves are not that short.
Oh yeah, the halflings are like 3 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah, but half our party's like 7 feet tall.
That's true.
It's
Yeah, I'm
kinda
like
weird how
third
y'all did
tallest
that.
now, I think, or something. When I used to be.
That's why my back hurts from carrying you guys.
Wow.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.
Well, as a giant ape, of course.
Yeah.
So Rock comes through, not last because Dregnar comes through last, I think, right? Or no?
Yeah, I came through last
Yeah.
because I wanted to make sure he wasn't going to dip back.
I will wait, and if there's ever a time where I can talk to Rock alone, I will talk to Rock alone real quick.
I would say sure. There probably is.
I will just say, hey, we had made a deal, right? If one of us was acting crazy, then we would tell the other. I was letting you have some time to kind of process things, but we got to get back to it, so I got to make sure you're through it. Because if not, then this is me, calling you on our favor for each other. You got to come back, man.
I won't hurt anyone.
No, I
didn't want to
know.
hurt anyone.
I don't think that was like. I don't know what happened. I don't understand that sort of stuff. I just know you would do anything to save, like all the people that we wanted to save here. Like, of course you'd want to save us. We're the menagerie. Come on. We know that. We need you. So we need you though. Like we need you here. We good?
I'm here.
Okay. Like, it may still take some time. That's okay.
I'm think I just need, I don't know.
Hey, if you need help, let us know. We're here to help you.
Not a little.
Just don't be afraid to ask, okay?
I'll nod again and then just shuffle off a little.
Okay. Well, Menagerie, you have made it back to the material, the narrowscape. Maybe not the most pleasant of environments, but the sun is beaming down. Karos, you haven't seen this side of the world for many weeks. Yeah.
You can take
It's,
those little ethereal icons off you now.
yeah, I'm about to jump y'all to another screen real quick. Just make it even easier. Cause like, you guys don't have to like move your characters around. Boom.
But do
There
remember
we go.
exhaustion, unfortunately.
I'm gonna come up behind Karos and like right on his shoulder, kind of like a bro. I catch him like by the shoulder, almost shake him, and I'm just
Okay.
gonna motion. Hey. So glad you could make it with us. Back to materia. Where
Kinda
are we
nod to that.
from? Where's home?
Many miles away from here. Perhaps I could tell you more about it sometime, but I'd rather it not be in a field of corpses.
You're not wrong. I think we
You
all
kinda
deserve
just- you
some
kinda-
respite. Hopefully over some
Yeah.
fire and some good food.
Just kind of give you a smile and a nod, and kind of just keep scanning the horizon and everything, looking to see if there's anything to be wary of or where to head to next.
Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Did we say where we're going?
You guys are just in the boulder fields right now.
Oh, okay.
Oh, disadvantage because you're tired. 22.
While he's scanning, like a gnat
Mhm.
behind him, still talking. I don't know if he's hearing. Does the place of Shopti ring a bell?
You've traveled Karos, so you know it's another continent, but that's about it.
I've not been across the seas yet. No. But I've heard of the land in passing.
I see. I won't continue to bother you.
Karos, amongst the different smells, unpleasant. The sounds, the buzzing insects. You feel alone there. There's nothing. No, just your friend. The birds circling the corpses. Alone.
Don't see much other than what's already here. It seems safe enough. Do you know the way back from town from where we are?
I should know the way.
Marb kind of excited to be back somewhere. He's like, definitely know the way. So, I don't think you know this, Karos, but town isn't necessarily friendly. But then again, we've been dealing with unfriendly this entire time.
Interested to see what has changed in the town over there.
You can fill me in. That was my whole reason for coming. Just to see how the town fared, so.
When we left and found you, not well.
Just FYI, I am more than willing to go into my backstory, but I'm kind of hitting my empty tank here for the
No, I
next.
feel you.
Didn't
Yeah,
want to start a new
no,
expedition.
it's almost true.
Tell
I was
me,
just
where do you
curious.
come from? Who are your gods? What is your, what does your family
No,
do?
no. You're
Tell
good.
me
My
the
question,
7 generations of your family.
yeah,
Well, I'm assuming
Right.
the next session we'll have the opportunity for tavern talk.
possibly. Yeah.
True, yep.
Possibly.
Yeah.
Or at least walk, not
walk
dire
and talk.
death lands traveled.
So if if the DM is permitted to railroad just a little bit,
Sure.
nothing too crazy, nothing too, we'll say, Rock, if you allow it, at one point when you guys are discussing, you'll recall the little fishing hut that you were out on the river, out to the east side. Seems like a safe place to go.
Yeah,
Davis,
that's fine.
so Davis will definitely
Um,
ask Rock about Jade and the others. Like, hey, should we go? Do we need to go get them?
I don't know where they are, but they should be safe.
Okay.
And
Like, out of character, you do know where they are, right?
he knows that they made it to the west.
Gotcha,
He doesn't
okay.
know where they.
Yeah, not specifically where.
Right. Okay.
The-
Yes.
Ah,
So,
Adam,
yes, sir.
Are there any pillows left at the pillar?
Sure, absolutely.
Yes, map maker privilege.
I just wander off and grab the
Mhm.
cleanest, nicest, fanciest looking pillow that's near.
Listen, there is one that is like super cush, large, like meant for like, it's almost like a beanbag like pillow. Absolutely. You get it. Probably weighs about 25, 20 pounds, 15 pounds. It's awkward, but you manage to like sling it over. You're used to like getting stuff that's gotta sit on your shell and hold it on your shoulder. You kind of crack a genuine smile once you get it. Maybe even remembering how your little pebble interfered with the sermon at one point. And yeah,
Okay.
you got yourself a nice, essentially, I don't remember what they're properly called, but it's basically like a prayer pillow. It's a big ass pillow.
Not an OD pixel
Okay.
body pillow.
Not an OD pixel pillow. Shortly after you guys are with Rock leading the way, led to a very quiet, secluded, remote, overgrown embankment of the River Sly. Um, again, quiet, no patrols, nothing like that, and you manage to find rest and a abandoned fishing shack with a little dock that reaches out for ease of fishing. Very high, overgrown cat's tails and different types of grasses, giving just this natural isolation and protection. It's going to be another day. The sun is shining. The smell of death is no longer all encompassing around you. You guys got some more magic loot. You guys killed some hags. Rock, you have a lot to unpack and understand. But hey, it's another day in the story of the menagerie. And we'll call it there.